UK, we've got Chris Coleman, the man who's made history. Not building him up too much, hopefully. Get it.
Chris, congratulations. I think it's about 40 hours since you realised when you were walking off the pitch that you had actually qualified. In that time, can you just describe to us what it feels like, what the achievement means for you and what it means for Wales as well?
What it feels like is, I've never had a feeling like this. No. As a player, I had quite a good career. I never won the Premier League, but won the Championship a couple of times and promotions elsewhere with other clubs. But as a manager, I worked at Fulham in the Premier League in some big games. But managing Wales was always I've said before, it's my biggest honour, and probably the most pressure as well because of certain things since I've been in the job. So then when you do something like this and you achieve it's the holy grail for us, isn't it? We've been chasing it for long enough. Indescribable, really. I think the last couple of days have been in a bit of a daze, I think. You're answering messages on your phone and people calling up and wishing you well, but then also we've got Andorra tomorrow, and my instinct is to prepare for that. But this is not a normal time in Welsh football. It's we're in new territory, and I've not looked at the game. And that's not, I normally look at the game 3 or 4 times a day after. I've not looked at it. I just keep looking at the table, and it's always nice to see. You never spell Wales with a Q, would you? But now you look at it, it's got Q and Wales. And I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Chris, Ashley spoke about a few minutes ago about the togetherness of the players. They want to play for themselves, they want to play for you. And also, you have a world-class star in Gareth Bale, and never once has he not wanted to be part. He's, in the past, Wales have been subject to withdrawals, maybe out of their hand, but this didn't happen on this campaign. How important was it that you had, your superstar player like Gareth Bale, that is just one of the players who wants to play? And can you also confirm, is he going to be with the squad now for tomorrow? Has there been any phone calls from Real Madrid saying, bring him home, send him back to Madrid?
Ocean Roberts got a text from Rafa Benitez, said congratulations, well done. So, which is nice. There's been no demand from Real Madrid on if he starts, how long he can play. Real Madrid have always been first class, I have to say that, so that's one thing. The players, together, team spirit comes from experiences on the pitch. You can have a real good bunch of guys who are a good laugh, lovely, great personalities, and they get on the pitch, and they're different personalities. The group we've got now, they're at their best on the pitch when they're being challenged and when they're being asked questions, and there's a desperation about them to push Wales forward and push them on, and an identity is being created with this group, and that comes from going to tough places and getting results, producing performances. That's why the Welsh public have been so behind us. I think it's not just if you win; they want to see players who are committed, and they know they've got that in abundance with this group, and the Gareth Bale thing. It's always been about the group, and if Bailey doesn't buy into that, then the together stronger thing from the football perspective, from that side of it, doesn't work. So he's absolutely massive in it, because he is who he is. He's a world star, but he buys into it, and not that we force that on him at all. That's the way we like to work, and thankfully he sees that as the right way, and it's always been about the group, and that's why his influence on and off the pitch has been absolutely huge. When you've got everybody as well speak about Aaron Ramsey, who was a super player, and you know, to go back to the last campaign where I changed the captain, and that could have gone horribly wrong for me, in terms of, you know, Aaron had a lesser man might have spat his dummy out and not performed, and I'm sure he at the time he accepted it really well, and he's got on in this campaign, and just like everybody else, he's done everything. He's tried to do everything we've asked of him. He's always put the group first. He's put Wales first, like they all have, and that's why, you know, it's not just because they get on together and they have a good laugh when we're at dinner and stuff like that. It's on the pitch, on the training pitch. It's trying to push it forward together, and trying to take it to a place it's never been, which they've done it now. So, but now we're saying to them, right, where else can we take it? Where can we push it now? You know, because it's not stopped. It's a great achievement, but it's not stopped. There's something else we have to do. So they're not just a good group of players in terms of they've got ability. Of course they have. There's a couple of players in there, of course, who are a little bit special, but there's a real drive with them, and that's for any manager will tell you. It's all right having a group of decent players. There's other things that they need if you're going to have any success. They need to have that desire and that tough mentality. They need to be prepared to put the group first, and I think I'm in the right place at the right time at the moment to work with this group.